Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to my show, Mokete Moetela show. Today, the spotlight is on me. I have my crew here with me, and they'll be asking me questions. So I'm crossing my fingers that they'll ask me questions that I'll be comfortable answering. Because, wow. Also, I received some questions via WhatsApp. Thank you, guys. So, what is the first question? Hit me with it.
Who are you?
Okay, who am I? Okay, yeah, no. My name is Mokete Moetela. I'm the second born. I'm a fun lover, adventurous. I love food. I love good food. I love the nice things in life. I'm a teacher by passion. I get bored easily. That's why I'm in the project management profession, because I want things that end and you start again. Even though that might not be a good thing. I'm also a mother, a sister, all this title, but I don't like to identify myself with the titles of being a mother and what. If that is ripped away from me, who am I? I always say, if we remove the Mrs. title, who are you? That's who I am before all the titles. I hope I answered the question. Okay, all right.
What inspired you to do this show?
Oh, what inspired me to do this show? I love storytelling, and I love to teach, so all the facilitation sessions that I host outside this, I normally do it through storytelling. So I started the show where I can inspire, teach, and heal other people through storytelling. So in most cases, all my interviews, if you can hear, I want to hear stories. I don't want textbook answers. I want real life experiences, a platform to teach other people, to help heal other people. So this is just, because I'm a teacher, naturally, so I use this platform to do that. And I thought it's about time I come out of the closet and I do this.
What are you hoping to achieve from this platform?
I hope to touch people's lives. In what manner? When people hear my story or hear other people's stories, I want them to see that they're not alone in whatever that they're going through, and see that you can actually go through dark things in life and actually conquer or come out of them. So that's the main thing, to touch people's lives through storytelling.
What keeps you strong and what keeps you going in this journey?
Yeah. Okay, I think my background keeps me going, because I definitely don't want to be where I was yesterday. My background being from the dreams when I was a little girl. What I promised a little girl, that young girl, and Peggy at that time. Peggy, the environment that you're in doesn't inspire you much. This is not where you want to end. So you're going to work hard in life. You're going to touch people's lives. You're going to empower other black women to know that they can always come out strong and live life to the fullest. So my background, when I remember the dreams of the little girl, my kids push me a lot. They inspire me. The gift of life inspires me as well, just to wake up and get a chance to do something better for humanity. That keeps me going.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
You've been speaking about storytelling.
Yes.
When you say storytelling, paint a picture. What kind of stories do you want to tell through your show?
Okay, I never thought about that one. All right, so my personal life stories are the first ones to share, before I could even ask other people to share their stories. For instance, I'm 34 this year, whoop whoop, but the challenges that I've been through in my life, for instance, losing a child, that kind of story, real life story, that made me think that this is the end of the world. What am I going to tell people? They once saw me pregnant, buying baby clothes and whatnot. And then I remember I even missed my sister's wedding at home because I was in hospital. And then after a short time, boom, the baby's no longer there. The reason any available is no longer there, or tangible, or visible. So what do you tell people? And, so when I was going through such things, I was crushed and I felt like there's just a dark cloud over my head. I judged myself. I had low self-esteem. But then the story of coming out of that phase to be where I am, those are kind of stories that I want to tell people to inspire them to say it's not the end of the world. How I grew up. Another one is we did a story, or we know a lot of people who are in abusive homes and abusive marriages and whatnot. They have kids, ne? My story there is not even only about being a couple that is going through abuse. It's the children that are growing in an abusive and harsh environment. Those stories need to be told. We are always talking about the victim that is being beaten. It's either the husband or the wife, but we forget about the children that are going in that environment. I have a story to tell around that. Now that enlightens people, it teaches people, it inspires people, it heals people, even those children, to know that you can come out of that situation. But we raffola, man. Raffola, we work on ourselves, we heal. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to be depressed. You go through that, but you must get out. So those are the type of stories. That's an example of the stories that I have to share to help other people out there.
How would you inspire a girl child in South Africa today who has the same dreams as yours?
Okay. So now when I was young, I remember somebody told me, where there's not even a tar road or adequate access to water. They're like, the town is very far, 45 minutes away. Dusty. So we don't really have so many resources. So that young girl, somebody said to me, Mara, why do you want to go to school, and think you deserve all the best things in life? Young girls stay here at home and help their parents. Look at so-and-so, look at so-and-so, and it was a reality around me. But I kept on dreaming. From a young age, I had a dream that now I want something better than this, what I was experiencing. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to travel. I wanted to eat the food that I want. I wanted to. I didn't want to do laundry for myself. I wanted to hire someone to do laundry for me. For me, those are small elements of success for me, that I'm not doing my own laundry, because that was for me. That's where you belong. I want to do things because I want to, not because. What else? Also, but listen, the dream, that little voice inside of you that says you deserve better, or that says there's more to life than this, that is the voice that you must listen to. You might not understand how or when, but that voice is right. And the funny thing about not listening to it or ignoring it, it will catch up with you. Either when you are 40 or 60, you are going to be a miserable human being. Because that voice will still bother you, until that babe will always jump in and out, say, Bona, I want to get out of this space, unleash me, reach. That is potential. Potential is unlimited, it's limitless, it's full, it's in abundance. We must step into it. So follow your dreams, never ever give up. Never ever give up. So, next question.
Hi. I would like to know, as Mokete, and today you're standing in front of the cameras and you're telling us a story about yourself. What is it that you feel you have achieved thus far from this show?
What I've achieved from this show. Okay, first of all, personally, the fact that we're able to set up this, it still feels surreal. I still haven't burst in the fact that I'm a presenter of some sort, I'm still not yet there. But in terms of touching people's lives, I get testimonies. And I'm touching people that I don't even know through this show. People that are very far from me. And let me tell you one good thing that this show has birthed. So we did an interview with Ms. Ntsukuma Kwala. I think it was the first interview on this show. You can just go back to history. We're talking about grief and losing a mother. It happened this year, and this year when Mother's Day came, a friend of mine approached me to say, hey, from Polished Couture, She said, come on, I want to help those who have lost their mom to celebrate Mother's Day, you know. And those things were birthed through this show. I went to Upper Room and we ran a session. We gave out gifts and I spoke to people who have lost their moms and don't know what to do on Mother's Day. Because in the previous years, I would see people on social media, you're telling us about your mother. Some of us don't have our mothers. You guys are bragging and all that. It's just people who haven't grieved properly or healed properly or just need help, you know, just need to listen to a show like this and to know that it's okay and these are the steps that you do and that you go through in order to heal. So that's one of the examples of the things that this show has done, except that the testimonies that I heard from people, but we went beyond, you know, we touched people's lives, even gave out gifts. I think it was around 8 or 9 packages, you know, that we gave from people who were there to help them. And it happened on Mother's Day. We got feedback and those who were touched to say thank you for seeing us. Just because our moms are no more, we thought people don't see us on a day like this, they're ignoring us, but you saw us. Mokete, thank you for that, you know. And people want to be seen, want to be heard, want to be recognized, that even if they're in pain. So this is some of the things that this show birthed. And that is huge for me, you know, it's huge. I don't think it would have happened. They would still be feeling miserable whenever. You see, when we don't answer our calling, we're just delaying something. There's an imbalance in the atmosphere just because people are lazy or people are fearful. They don't want to achieve their dreams or work on what God has called them to do. You know, the harvest is plenty out there. We are needed. We need to answer our calling and do this, you know. So, yeah.
So would you say that you achieved everything that you had envisioned on your first show?
I think I did. And I'm happy, you know. And to show that I did, how do I put this without sounding weird? So it was a 6-part series. And at the end of it, I was very content that now this is a chapter that I must close. I did the part that I wanted to achieve. And that when I was planning to do more, because like people will tell you, no, you are doing a good job, you must continue, do other interviews. And I tried to do that. I had people lined up and whatnot. But because that season was just for that, nothing was materializing. And until I sat down with my team to say, okay, what's happening? And this was just the next step. You know, this interview, the solos, then was the next thing to do, and which is right. So seasons will also tell you that you're on the right track or not when you respond to that. Had I forced to continue with the interviews, it was going to be a disaster. There are a number of times where we cancelled, I think Sandra will tell you. And when things don't just fall into place, you must know that something is not right. And you sit down and check, you know, to say what is going on. And you don't get angry at people, just check what season are you in. What season are you in? Or are you responding to the right things? You know, so I think I achieved what I needed to achieve in that season. I'm happy and I'm excited for this new journey. And it's a 6-part series as well for solos, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
So what can we expect from the next season?
This one is just a reintroduction of who I am and what I stand for, in short, with the intention to teach and to heal. That's all. And then I received a question on WhatsApp. Somebody said, when you get there, yo, don't be a man basher. Don't talk about us, your exes. And I said, do you want me to talk about you? But I was just joking. Ne? And that's the thing. When we come out, ne, doesn't mean we come out to criticize people or to bash people or to badmouth people. That's why the intention must be clear, that you are here to teach and to heal, you know. Listen, the people in my life or in my past life, wherever, they were there for a reason, and I'm grateful for them. And there's no one that I regret meeting in my life. The relevant people are always there in my life when I need them. You know, I mean, look at today, you know. So I'm always making sure that, you know, I keep my vibrations, that my energies right, so that I'm with the right people all the time. I'm not gonna bash people. No. So you can relax. You can relax. So the next question.
When you say you're not going to bash people, I think the reason why the question came from there, you must understand one thing. This is coming from a male's perspective.
Yes.
We all fear you guys as talk show hosts.
Oh, I see.
Because we know that there's a tendency of feminism. And most feminists don't really speak
good
nice
about men. Yes.
That is why that question. So now on top of that question, the reason why I'm going to ask you this is because I'm a man.
Yes.
And we come across shows like your Dineo Ranaka's show.
Yes.
I think it's Ask a Man, for instance. Sometimes I feel like you guys are never partial as female talk show hosts.
Yeah.
Will you ever be partial? And will you know sometimes you'll come across interviews whereby you become personal yourself.
Yes.
Because it hits home.
Yes.
Will you be able to be partial when it comes to that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be partial when the time comes, but I wish to be.
Okay.
I wish to be. And there's one thing that I once did right in my life, ne? And I pat myself on the shoulder because no one will on this one, that I did right. So I went through a divorce, ne? And from our marriage, we had a very beautiful child, ne? Beautiful child, conceived out of love, Thando Lwethu, ne? That child has never had me even once criticizing her father. So when I was not aware, ne? Until recently when I was trying to move on, and she still had hopes that, no, but dad's going to come back. It's because she was not aware, or no, these people actually, they can never be together. Because as I'm criticize or omanya or roha and on the phone, yeah, what the hell, where are you? You know, yeah, you are like this, man. No, she has never heard me say that. So she always thought, no, the guy's just away, she's going to come back. And then, so we went to a psychologist. And then, so when we were there, and then she went back to say, how did you deliver the divorce news? You know, like, I've never told my child anything because Ranaba side, automatically, because emotionally, he hurt me. I get the scars are on me. And then I just start to criticize the guy. Yeah, one thing, papa. Yeah, we don't have money for school fees because you're dead. You know, you want Christmas clothes for what? You're dead. You know, everything. Ne? So she has never seen me do that, or I'll fight with the guy, but in my corner, on the phone, wherever. But so for me, that is the time where I know I practice partiality. You know, though we had to resolve the issue, because now the child was confused. I should have just been honest with the child to say, hey, we're not going to be together, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I like the fact that I handled that very well. And the guy used to call me and say, yeah, and I'll be like, if only you knew that I'm not the type that's going to criticize in front of the child. I was never. If he had promised to come on a weekend and doesn't pitch, she has never heard me say, Ujwal, is your father like that? I'll be like, I'm also waiting for him. We're all waiting for him. He will come. Even though I know that he's not going to pitch. If he doesn't pitch, I'm like, hey, we're busy. The popular one was the strike in Mpumalanga, Yadi taxi, and he can't get here. That was a popular reason. When I strike, you know, when they takes a strike, no one can travel. That's the only one she knew. So there, I know for sure that at least can I experience her passionate. I don't know in the future, maybe one day I'll be caught off guard emotionally. I don't know. But for this one, I know, Shem, that I tried my best, and you know, and I pride myself in that. Or I was never. He was not there. He won't know, but I know. You know.
I want to know, is it, and I would like for the camera guy to actually even
Come on. You know what? Come on. Or just on the day where I'm not wearing my heels when I'm shooting. Listen, come on. We agreed that I'm going to be standing, so we are shooting half. I don't need, for what?
At least that's it.
Yeah, no, imagine if it was Green Cross, eh? Yeah, no. Or the slippers, eh? That means I travel those the slippers, no. But come on, I mean, these are comfortable shoes. Yeah, I was doing the run around in the morning in them. I'm very comfortable where I am right now. So no, yeah.
When you spoke about storytelling, I hear that your stories are more hard-hitting. They're more of a somebody lost their mom and you wanted to experience that. You lost a child. You wanted to speak about that. Is there anything fun that you're ever going to do in terms of interviewing people? Where it's more easy and relaxed. It's nothing tense.
On the 9th of May, I did speak in front of people. I was talking about something, ne? So I was invited to speak. And people found me very funny there. So they found me very funny. Even Dr. Mulab, David Mulab was there. And after that, I remember it was at 11:30 because I checked the clock. And he said to me, you know what, continue to be like that, to be yourself. Don't change and be serious like us. No, continue to be like that, speak like that. So maybe I'm funny when I'm speaking in front of the masses. In terms of the interviews, I'm not sure, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But whatever that I'll be doing, I'm sure it will be around food because I love food. And I believe food makes people relax and have fun. Ne? And then otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what to answer. I want fun things. As long as I'll be teaching and healing people, touching people, yeah, not just doing things for the sake of it. Like Asanda would always tell me, you can't just tell me to put a video just for fun. The channel must be clean. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will happen. We'll see how it happens. Yeah, fun. We'll see how fun happens. But yeah, I know how to be serious and how to be fun. In most cases, when I'm speaking live, I try to. So I like to believe I'm a little bit, I'm a good facilitator. So I'm forced to engage with people and make them enjoy what I'm saying and to have fun. So when I have an audience, I must have spoken to each one of them and made them smile or frown or cry or do something. Yeah.
Does Mokete have a 9 to 5?
Yes, I am. I'm in the project management industry, ICT, making things happen there. Yeah, and I did agriculture. Flip, man. Want to know how I got to agriculture? So I went to an agricultural high school. That's the best thing ever. So when I got to tertiary, I didn't know there's a course called pharmacy or
Where's the high school?
high school.
I mean, the agricultural...
High school, yeah. It's in Limpopo, Matlala.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Oppenheimer. That was a good experience. I learned a lot of things. It was a boarding school. It's a boarding school. Now, when I got to tertiary, I knew nothing. I mean, I've never been introduced to a doctor there or an engineer at that time. I don't know that there's a chemical engineer or electrical engineer. We didn't go to career exhibition. So I get to TAF and I'm like, but what are you going to study? I'm like, what's happening here? What's here? I don't know what's here. Like, girl, tell us what you're going to do. We're not here to play. What are you going to study? Agriculture. Agriculture is the only thing I knew. That time I have maths in distinction. But the only thing I knew was agriculture. Agriculture, there's a lot of agriculture. What do you want? What do you want? Well, I did animal. At high school, I did animal husbandry. And then I enrolled for animal production. And then first year, second year, I realized I'm in the wrong field. Tempted to change? Yes. Advised to change? No change. I didn't change. I wanted to finish what I started. I challenged myself there because I was told, no, girl children stay at home and help their mothers and get married. You don't invest in a girl child because someone is going to marry them anyway. So I was like, now I'm conflicted. If I change, am I going to finish? Will I love the first thing? How do I know I will love it? So I said, finish, girl. When you're done, graduate, satisfy yourself. You'll change to something else later. So that's how I have a degree now.
In closing, I would like to know from you, what is it should we expect from the Mokete show?
Okay. Hey, wow.
Any big things, any big plans?
Collaborations.
No, there are big plans. There are big plans, ne? There are big plans. I was working, I have a nice line-up, ne? And also lunches with Mrs. Mokete Moetela. It is that I had to now, on Wednesday or Tuesday, I had to say, let me pack this and focus on the reintroduction of Mokete, And it's a good thing to have people who are looking out for you, your coaches and your mentors. That team, that whole team of people, they're very important. Because you know what they said? They said, Mokete, okay, when you just want to plant a seed, ne? And then while it's still growing, a very soft shrub, but you want it to stand strong, like a tree that has a very big and strong stem, rooted. Don't rush, go through the whole process and make sure that you are rooted, you are strong, and grow the show. It's a good thing just for me to move to nice things and shows and everything. And then just get the hype and also doing the things so that I can achieve what I want to achieve. I don't just want hype. It must be hype where I'm really helping people and people understand who is this person, why are they doing what they do. Then we move to the bigger things, just to lay a foundation with my fans, so that it also means I have to be vulnerable before I go and we have fun. And expose myself and be naked. But what is a leader without vulnerability and sharing wisdom? So they're nice big plans. I will unroll them as we go because this is the first episode. And then you will see. We're going to have fun. I love fun. We're not done yet.